Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Let's get started this morning. Alrighty, so very quickly, let's take a look at the analysis today. And also, we would be, we will setting up the zones that we're going to be taking trade from, the areas of interest, so that we can have an amazing trading day. So yesterday trade was good, but something happened. So remember, I took a sell at the New York session yesterday, right from this level, right? And I closed out at less than 100 pips, about 90 pips profit. But guess what later happened? NASDAQ kept going all the way, So that's like a 1 to 4, and I closed at 1 to 1. So I missed out on 1 to 3, right? Anyway, honestly, and that was my expectation. That was actually my expectation for yesterday. Although my actual expectation was a previous day low, which is 1 to 2, right? But we ended up having a 1 to 4 scenario. So this morning now, let's take a look at the analysis again. Let's see what do we expect NASDAQ to do today. All right, because it's very important that we come every morning, we redo the analysis so that our what we're thinking about and stuff like that. And it also helps us to just mark up new zones, new levels that we think the market should respect. All right, so this is the 4-hour. We'll notice that the swing range that we're dealing with on 4-hour is still the same. We're still dealing with the same swing range from here on the left here all the way to this high. And we did this, then we did this. Now we've done this. Guess what's happening right now? We are doing this, and now potentially this. So what can happen now is NASDAQ wants to come back into the this extreme of this demand. What I just drew out now, if you notice something that is consistent with it, is that there is a we started by having a higher high here, right? But then we have a lower high, and then we kept having lower highs and lower highs. So maybe NASDAQ is going to go and and this is on the 4-hour, maybe it's going to go and create a new lower low, meaning it will break out of the swing range, right? But that's like a maybe, right? But for that to happen, NASDAQ needs to first of all take out this low first, this low right here. If NASDAQ can take it out, this low from here, if NASDAQ take out this low, then technically they will take out this. And if they take out this low, then we need to find a new demand zone, at the bottom. But for now, I think something's going to happen from all these levels that we've drawn. So that's why, at every resistance level, I've been taking sales. And at every demand level, I'm very careful. Okay, let me see what is NASDAQ going to do, blah, blah, blah. So right now, on 4-hour, NASDAQ is in an area of interest, right? So it's currently in an area of interest right now. Let's call it a zone, right? It's a level where price had already pushed up from before. So now we need to see what they are going to do around this level again. So it depends on what they do around this level, around this current level that we are, this demand zone that I just drew out, that's going to determine for us the overall long-term what we're gonna do, like in the short term today, tomorrow. Let's check it on the 1-hour, if the zone kind of what it looks like. So yes, the current level now is a support level for NASDAQ to buy from. So what needs to happen now is that potentially between now and New York session, we need to see participation of buyer staying strong in this level. So if the participation of buyer stays strong or remains strong in this level, then we will definitely know that we're going to be buying NASDAQ today. And now there are going to be areas of liquidity. So definitely now let's turn on our session break. Let's go to 15 minutes. Let's also turn on the session break like this. Yeah. Session break. Okay. So now let's mark up our previous day high and previous day low as usual. So yesterday, both the previous day high of the day before of Tuesday was taken, and the previous day low was also taken. So it's both side liquidity. And so I'm gonna yeah. So I'm gonna take the previous day high over here. Okay, I put it above. That's the previous day high. Now the previous day low is the lowest points that price was trading. So this is it. The funniest thing right now is that price now has taken two things this morning right now. Price has taken previous day low, and price have also taken Asian low. So the only thing that I think price may wants to do, and it has also tapped into a demand zone. So I'm thinking that based on what I've known before, price can start reversing up from here now. It has done two main liquidity taking. It's in a demand zone. It's taking the Asian low. It's taking the previous day low. Definitely from here now, price is going to pull all the way up. And if I want to try it out, I don't take trade in London session, right? But I'm going to let this setup cook until around 1 o'clock. In fact, taking this trade right now kind of makes sense because the stop loss is in a very good position. Like the stop loss is very, very good. The stop loss is behind the zone and everything. So I don't know. I would have loved to give it a try right now, but I've not been taking trade in London session for a long time now. And so what I'm gonna do now is that I'm not gonna take any trade, but I do believe that this is a good setup based on the past. If price is in the demand zone and it has taken previous day low, it has taken previous day high, it is nothing remaining again. I mean, it has taken enough liquidity, unless it also wants to take the liquidity of the zone itself, the low of the zone, and that is also possible. So, but what I will do now is that I'll watch out for price. So I will know if this zone is going to be a good zone by around that 12 o'clock Nigerian time, 1 o'clock Nigerian time, because they will have rejected and trying to start moving into the midline of the Asia session. Then all this imbalance, all this selling imbalance that we have to the top is going to be corrected, right? So that's why I think we're going to be patient for now. So we'll come back later, maybe in a couple of hours now, and then we'll take the trade after then. And we're gonna take the trade. I believe that we are gonna actually see a good trade, you know, like a buy from over here. Otherwise, NASDAQ is just gonna keep selling and selling. So that's why we're not gonna buy right now in impulse. We're just gonna wait. All right. So in terms of expectation, this is the first demand level that we have, and the second zone that we have. If this zone did not hold, like if NASDAQ should break out of this zone immediately, the next zone is, although it's still within a zone, if NASDAQ even break out of that one of this current zone, let me off the session break. If NASDAQ should break out of this current zone, then the only next zone is this. That's the last line of defense that NASDAQ has to respect in order for buying to be possible, right? And if that also doesn't hold, then we'll switch our bias to bearish, okay? But right now, I would say that NASDAQ is going to keep, you know, NASDAQ is going to buy from this level we are. And we have an opportunity of getting about 300 points if that happens. Or maybe even back all the way to the previous day, which is about 600 points. And that would have been a sniper entry. Sniper entry. Anyway, we wouldn't know until, you know, until the session for trading is, at the time for trading. But this will have been a very perfect sniper entry if we take this trade. Honestly, I have confidence that this trade at least will give us some kind of profit. But a rule is a rule. I don't want to, you know, jinx my win streak, because this week I've actually, the trade setup I've been having from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they are all correct. Like I was going into profit. Yesterday I took profit early. Monday I was in profit of like 2% profit. I didn't take it, so I was stopped out. That was sad. On Tuesday, I was in profit of also 2%, but I didn't take it again. I was stopped out. So yesterday, I was in profit, so I decided to close when I was going out. And then if I had left it, I'd have made so much more, right? But anyway, that's that. It is what it is. So today now, I'm just going to I'm still gonna do the same thing. I'm not gonna enter a trade right now in London. I will wait till at least around like 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. to see if the formation is still respecting my ideology, and I will be taking the trade from then, okay? Because I do believe that, you know, this is a very good formation. This is something I've seen many times, you know, and I've seen it many times happen. So they will go for the Asian high and stuff like that. Okay. All right, guys, that's gonna be it today. Let's see, we do have news happening today. Let's see. Yeah, at 1:30 we have the unemployment claims. Ooh la la. So maybe I should not even enter the trade before the unemployment claims. But who knows? So there is only unemployment claim is only data we have coming. So I don't think that is going to affect our trade like that. And tomorrow, which is Friday, right? What do we have tomorrow? Let's see. Oh, no news tomorrow. So that's perfect. That's very perfect. All right, guys and girls, let's go and have an amazing day. So this is the outlook for NASDAQ for today. We're waiting patiently. I think NASDAQ is already in an area where we can start buying. All right. So unless the sell wants to continue, and if the sell is going to continue, the way we're going to know is that London session is not going to start going in the direction of Asian high. It's still going to maintain itself around the mid-range of the Asian range. So now we're going to know. So instead of entering any trade right now, we're going to wait and we're going to be very patient and we're going to take the trade afterwards. I wish I can break my rule of entering a trade because this trade looks very juicy to me. But exactly that's how trades used to look very juicy until you take stop loss, right? So I'm not going to do that. All right, guys, let's go and have an amazing day. We're going to come back and trade at New York session. We're going to trade live and have a lot of fun. Happy and safe trading, everybody. And then we'll see each other very, very soon. And bye for now.